Today's video is sponsored by Heart of the Tribe Gallery, where art meets community. More about that later. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel for what is a rather bird-filled special occasion. I'm sitting under a tree and I'm sitting under a tree and up above my head there's a pigeon. So if you hear any noise, that's what it is. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, because today we're sitting in my garden and we have a very special guest with us. We have the one and only, the inimitable, the rather fantastic Brad, our town crier. Hey Brad.
Hello.
I tried to big it up as much as I could. How did I do?
Do you want my hat in case that pigeon... No, actually, no, I want to keep my hat pristine.
You want to keep the hat pristine there, don't you? So, you're the town crier.
I am indeed.
For your sins. How old are you? Do you mind me asking?
I'm 35, so I
35.
think I'm amongst the younger percentile of town criers in the country.
Because they do tend to be of an age, don't they?
You tend to be a little...
How? I mean, how did you become... Because, okay, let's go right back. Before town crying, you were used to wearing funny outfits and shouting at people, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, before town crying, I've been involved in lots of events which have gone on in Glastonbury. I'm the Dragon Herald as well, so I'm involved with the dragons, and I get the town roaring. I've been doing that for the last few years. I'm getting the town, everybody roaring for the dragons as they come through.
Oh wow!
Which was great, and that kind of evolved from a role I played earlier with the dragons, which was the kind of the Lord of Crows, who was this. I had this terrifying like crow mask and feathers everywhere, and I wore this kind of big purple coat. And I was heralding the dragons, but way back in like 2017, doing that kind of thing before the Dragon Herald role.
So how did you get into that? I mean, what drew you to that?
I was working in crystals at the time.
Oh, were you?
Someone came in and said to me, "Oh, Brad, you've got some stage experience." And like I'd been in a heavy metal band. So my friend came in and he was like, "Oh, you've got some stage experience. I'm putting together this bit of ritual performance for the Wild Hunt at Samhain." And I was like, "I don't have no clue what that is, but I'll do it."
Yeah.
And so we did. It was that first. I think it was like the second year the dragons had been around. We put on this play all about like Hades visiting Gwyn ap Neath, the fairy king under the Tor, encroaching on his land. There's these visiting gods encroaching on his land and being escorted through town. And I played Hades, and that was quite intense.
I bet.
And then after the success of that, because I think that was one of the first really huge events that the Dragons had done. There were about 1,500 people there. And after that, because it was such a success, we decided, hey, let's carry on doing this. So we started doing loads of theatre around town. We started making loads of films with the group they were called Shadow of the Tor. So we just carried on working with the dragons alongside all of this. And it was kind of a natural thing.
Because I've just found out something I didn't know tonight, which is fascinating. Young Brad here is actually a lecturer in film and media, and is actually a fellow filmmaker. Where I do this sort of thing, he does more sort of dramatic work. But it looks like there could be some collaboration coming on. More about that later, because it's to do with the live show. We're recording this on a Tuesday. No, we're recording this on a Wednesday. Over here to my right, I don't know if you can see, that is my new grill, which I was badgered into buying by a certain Jeff Kellison, which I now have. And young Brad here tonight was my first victim, and it cooked. It was nice, wasn't it?
So good. Actually,
it was good. I enjoyed it. So I'll be doing this more often. You maybe look for an invite coming through your door at some point if I know you. But I've actually got another little tricky bit in there. I can open this doors and I can pull out a pizza oven that sits on the grill, and the heat from the grill heats the pizza oven and cooks pizzas.
I've just spent a weekend at a festival.
Yeah.
So I've been a little bit starved. So we're coming here and just a mountain of food.
But then, prior to coming in here today, you were entertaining a room full of ladies.
I was at the garden that they've just put up behind the URC.
I've been in there, isn't it lovely? I've done a film
really
in
lovely,
there.
Yeah,
Done a film in there.
Yeah, I was there. The WI had a garden party. So, so that was lovely.
I've got to say that URC quietly in the background is doing a lot of very good work. They're doing work with homeless. They're doing work feeding people. They are just in the background doing some fabulous work, and I don't think they get the credit they deserve.
Do great work for the community, and I love how they're really eager and involved in the community.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of kind of theatre stuff that goes on there as well.
Yeah.
And in fact, I shot a scene from my first film there.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed. I'm very impressed with what I saw when I went down there to film them, and I'll probably be going back at some point for an update to see how they're getting on.
Really, I had no idea they'd only been there since April.
Yeah,
it's so well established.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, going back to Brad the Town Crier. So, obviously, you had to. What do you do? Dear sir, I'd like to be the town crier. Is there an application form? Do you go to the job centre? How does one become a town crier?
I had obviously I've been, as we said, I'd been doing all the stuff. I've been heralding the dragons now for a while.
Yeah.
And I was at one of the dragons planning meetings, and one of the organisers, I think it was either Karen, Andy, or Steve, one of them, maybe all three of them, said, "Oh, David stepped down as town crier. Wouldn't it be great if you were next?" Yeah. And I was like, don't be daft. I'm the Dragon Herald." And then another friend, another really good friend of mine, sent me a link to it. And she's done this before. She's sent me, whenever there's an opportunity, she sends me a link. I apply for it. I get the opportunity. She's like my magic
touchstone
fairy. She's literally the first person I met in Glastonbury. And so she sent me the link that Glastonbury Town Council are looking for a new town crier.
So that was it.
So I was like, well, I have to now.
Yeah.
And then I did, and then here we are.
Oh, wow. How
there was
cool
a
is that?
process in between.
No, what was the process? How did that work?
So, you ever seen Mad Max 3?
Yeah.
Beyond Thunderdome?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when they're in the Thunderdome. So they got David in there, they got me in there, we wrestled it out.
And who won?
No, it was so there was an audition.
So there was no wrestling.
There was no wrestling.
That's really disappointing.
I didn't get to wait till David was 75 before I could beat him up to be the town crier. That didn't happen.
Get him in an arm lock.
He'd have me anyway.
He would. I tell you what, people think, oh, he's just a lovely old man. He's not, actually. He's an ex-crime boss, and he has people working with him. And if you get hit the wrong side of David, boom, you're history, buddy. I mean, he's beyond that mild-mannered exterior.
It was really important to me when I went for the role to get David's blessing.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we've worked together a lot. We worked together closely.
Yes, because I've got video of you in your dragon outfit, and him in his town crier outfit.
Yeah. Here's something amazing I found out.
Go on.
The month I moved to Glastonbury, the month I washed up on the shores of Avalon, was the month of David's first proclamation as town crier.
Oh, really? Oh, there's some synchronicity, isn't it? Well, I never did.
In a town of synchronicities.
Now, obviously, when you come to this role, you bring yourself. You're not emulating David. You have to reinvent the role almost, but within certain context. So how do you do that? What are your thoughts?
I would never ever presume to fill David's shoes.
No, you couldn't. Nobody can.
He's an institution, and massively respected by the community and myself. And so I never ever wanted to emulate what David did.
No.
I bring my own style, my own panache.
I think it's not going to be very long before you're in the position David was in. Very respected, and I think you are I was so pleased when I found out who it was, because I was up in the office and Scarlett said, "Oh, Brad, the town crier's downstairs in the hall." And I thought, Brad, do I know Brad? She says, "Yeah, you know Brad." And I couldn't think of the hell Brad was. And I came downstairs, and do you remember the look on my face? I walked in that hall and I saw it was you. I was absolutely over the moon. I thought, yes.
You're like, it's you.
Yes. Couldn't have thought of a better
You grabbed
person.
me as soon as I came outside. You
Some-
got me
Yeah.
on my walk,
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
my terrifying, daunting walk to the market cross. I
I'm
felt like I
there.
was walking to the gallows,
It
but you were
was.
there,
I was
keeping me
there.
company.
I was there, yeah. And of course, later on tonight, when we start the show, it's going to start with his virgin cry, as described by ex-mayor John Cousins. Yeah, but it was good. It was good. It was long, and it was loud. And that's the thing. I mean, at the end of this, I'm going to ask you, because you do have your bell, I'm going to ask you for one set of oyes and one set of rings, just so the people can get an idea of the power of this man's voice. I
I
mean,
haven't warmed my voice up today.
have you not?
I can do it, but I'll only be at about 75% of
Well, that's
maximum.
probably just as well, because these microphones have only got a certain amount of sensitivity, and
You've
neighbours
got neighbours.
caught a mile down the road will probably be thinking, "Hello, is something happening?"
I was at Three Wishes Festival this weekend, just gone.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I was doing a proclamation every morning. Just before the Glastonbury Dragon Drummers were playing. So I was getting up, I was telling people what was happening during the day, and then introducing the Dragon Drummers, who are obviously massively special to me as well.
Oh, I
I
love
want
the
one of their badges to put on here.
Yeah, I've actually got a T-shirt that it tells the world I'm their official
Got
photographer.
Dragon Drummers. Oh, very cool.
It's made especially made because I am their official videographer.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm the man who does it.
So I did this proclamation every morning, and I had people on the other side of the site. Now, it's not a massive site.
No.
It's at Garside Farm in Godney.
Yeah.
But it's big enough.
It's big enough.
It's
Yeah.
at least, half a mile from
Yeah.
one end to the other.
And they can hear you.
And I was at one end,
Mm.
and the people at the other end of the campsite were saying, "Oh, we can hear you every morning. We know it's time to get up."
Oh,
like
brilliant.
11:30, you're camping. It's been time to get up for about 5 hours.
Yeah, I tell you, your voice does carry. You have got a very carrying. Probably your voice is more resonant and richer than David's was. David's is a slightly higher timbre, whereas yours, you've got like a lower, richer quality to your voice, which gives it that not boominess, but it gives it that carry, if you like, that projection.
Thank you very much.
It does. I mean, I've noticed it, and you can hear it actually on your virgin cry when you actually get into the proclamation itself. The power in your voice, you can hear it, and I think as a town crier, that's a good skill to have.
I was the singer in a heavy metal band. So.
You were, yeah, absolutely. Is that where the chops come from?
No. The chops are relatively new.
Oh,
I used to have an excellent jawline.
did you?
I used
Oh
to say
wow!
I did anyway. I was quite proud of my jawline. But, as you get older, your jawline's like, it's the first to go. So I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to try chops.
Yeah.
So, I really quite like them.
Do you?
So, one of the best comments I think I saw online when the headlines came out that the new town crier was me. I think one of the best comments I saw was town criers and mutton chops go together like strawberries and cream.
They do.
That made my day.
They do. I mean, it's something about town criers and their projection and their presence. They tend to be big men, normally, quite often with a larger front end than a width end. And they normally like real ale. Incidentally, this man doesn't drink. Hey. And we are actually drinking tangos.
We are on tango.
We are tangoed.
I'm on mango.
I'm on strawberry, I think. Strawberry smash.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good stuff. But they're normally the sort of people you would find in a real ale pub. Probably a camera real ale pub. And they're probably called Roger. And they talk deeply and at long length about these different ales. They normally become town criers, those sorts of people. Do you know the sorts of people I mean? You don't fit that role, and I think that's refreshing. I think when people see you come out in the outfit, they don't think they quite know what to expect, really.
I think there's something a little bit more punk rock about my style, with the town crying, which
I've got to say,
lean into.
I love your hat. Now,
Thank you very much.
I want to talk about the hat because there was a comment recently on social media here in Glastonbury that they couldn't understand what a town crier was doing with dragons on their hat. I think they thought it was some sort of town criers are intimately Christian and this was pagan. And so explain, because the thinking behind it is quite logical and it makes a lot of sense.
So I mean, the dragons are really special to me. I've been their herald. I've been so closely involved with the dragons. The dragons have been really important to me in my journey in Glastonbury.
Mm-hmm.
They got me to where I am with the town crier. And
They
so,
did.
yeah, the dragons are on my hat.
And they look really good.
There's also a dragon on the flag of Somerset.
Which is very true.
There's dragon mythology all over Somerset. I don't see it as a pagan thing. I'm not a pagan. I don't identify as a pagan.
I'm not.
And I love paganism. I think there's so much amazing stuff there, but I fail to see how a dragon is a pagan symbol.
No.
We've also got the Tor on the back there. Is that a pagan symbol?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So we got the Tor on the back. The hat was made for me by two very good friends of mine, Esther and Martin Winkles, of Triba Mythica. I have a pocket full of their cards.
Okay. We'll put a link to them in
there. I'll give you one of their cards as well.
I'll put a link in, yes.
They do all kinds of incredible leatherwork, from bags to armour, fantasy armour, nice jewellery pieces, earrings. My wife wears this amazing pair of like feather earrings that are made by them. They're excellent people and do excellent things with leather.
So, how do you? I mean, are you going to try and develop the role of town crier? Are you just going to go along with it as it? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I hate 5-year plans.
Okay.
No. I hope I'm still in the role. I hope I'm still serving Glastonbury's community. This is kind of why I quite flippantly said I hate 5-year plans, because I don't. Where I am now is a destination.
Yeah.
Where I am now, I'm comfortable with where I am now. I like the trajectory that I'm on right now.
Mm-hmm.
If in 5 years' time I'm lucky enough to still be doing exactly what I'm doing now,
you'll consider it a good thing.
So yeah, of course it's going to develop, it's going to grow, it's going to evolve. I'm going to get more confident in the nuances of the role, what's expected of me, because I've only been doing it for 3 months. So everything I've done and everything I'm going to do, I think, until next Beltane,
is a learning process.
For the first time. I'm doing it's the first time I've done Beltane. It's the first time I did VE Day. It's the first time I did Three Wishes. It's the first time I did Glastonbury in Bloom. It's the first time I've done anything with the WI. So it's all been a case of I don't know what's expected of me.
And of course, Beltane is a great baptism of fire for your job,
that
isn't
whole
it?
week.
Yeah, whole week. Anyway, it's been wonderful talking to you. We've got to go now and do a live broadcast because it's Wednesday and we've got to go up to the studio and do a live broadcast. So thank you for coming along and talking to us.
You.
I hope, people in the comments, if they have any questions for you, you'll see them and we can get those questions answered. And of course, if somebody wants to get you to do something, do they go to the council or what do they do?
Nope, they can email me at Glastonbury Town Crier, all one word, at protonmail.com.
Okay. And you do your own bookings?
And yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants me to come and be loud at any of their events, any kind of event, birthday parties, shop openings, weddings, if you've got a corporate event coming up that you want somebody to announce things for, great. If there's raffle prizes that need announcing, fun, country fates, all the kind of town crier stuff, but anything that people want, anything that people need that requires information being relayed, hit me up. Good
Brad,
and loud.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
The Heart of the Tribe Gallery is a community art gallery situated near the top of Glastonbury High Street. They host amazing exhibitions supporting local artists and they have a beautiful secret garden out the back. So be sure to check them out and support local art.